Hey, 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 everyone. Happy Monday morning to you. As you know, I'm your host, Colleen Biggs, and we come live to you every single Monday morning to bring another member of the LEAP community forward. And today we've got Julie Jones with us. And Julie has been a member of many communities that I have ran. She is an amazing individual who coaches. I could go on and on and on, but I'm going to let Julie introduce herself in a minute. But really, what I want to start this show off with, and everyone that's joining us today, is we're going to be talking about big leaps. That's what we do on this show. How did she do it? How did she get there? You know, many people that are successful come on and talk about their success, but really don't dig into how they became successful and everything they had to overcome along the way, which is a lot. So Julie Jones is going to talk about how she went from being an apartment manager to a TV producer today. So Julie Jones, welcome to the show. Please introduce yourself to everyone.
Oh my gosh, Colleen, thank you so much. You know, I love spending time with you, and I'm super excited to be here. So I just wanted to, again, share my journey, right? So it has been an interesting journey. I moved to Arizona 21 years ago and kind of fell into managing an apartment complex. I guess the biggest thing about me throughout my entire life has always been to serve and help people. That's what I love to do. However, I don't like the shackles of being in an office. I love the freedom of working for myself. But I stuck with it for 5 years because I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do. So it has been a journey. I've done a lot of entrepreneurial things, from being an apartment manager to being a chiropractic assistant to being a makeup artist. But what I'm recently most excited about is taking the leap into becoming a television producer on streaming TV. Woo!
Yes. You know what? We didn't even talk about, Julie, that you were a previous police officer and SWAT team member. I mean, you just talked about a makeup artist. You talked about, owning and not owning, but operating an apartment complex as a manager, right? You talked about being you've been a police officer, you've been a SWAT team member. I mean, you have really dove in headfirst into a lot of different areas that people could step their feet into to really figure out what it is in life they want to do. Do you figure that your life has been a journey like many's, where you're just trying to really figure out, like, what lights up Julie Jones? What is my purpose here on earth? Talk to us about that journey a little bit.
Well, it's true. And, it just became really super apparent this past week when I was coaching one of my clients who is kind of on the same journey that I am. It's really this whole idea of, as you know what your purpose and passion is out there, yet you struggle. Like, I truly struggled because I knew I wasn't 100% happy in all those other things that I was doing. I knew I was really good at them. Like, I'm very much a great communicator. I'm a leader. I mean, the chiropractic assistant, I actually had gone into a doctor's practice to bring in a customized wellness program. He hired me part-time. He saw my work ethic. He saw what I was capable of doing. And all of a sudden, I'm reading people's x-rays and showing them, their crooked spine and why they needed chiropractic care, right? I never envisioned myself doing that. But in everything that I've done, it's brought me to this point. It's brought me to the point that I'm comfortable and I can communicate with people from all realms of life.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, whether you have a criminal background, because everybody can have a mistake. And I do know people in my life that have criminal backgrounds, and they've shifted and they've changed, to people who are professionals, to people who are creatives, to people from every single arena of life I've surrounded myself with, and I help them go to the next level. But by inspiring them, I inspire myself to, like, face the fear and do it anyway, right? Like, just take the challenge and see where it goes.
Which reminds me, you've written a book lately called Stop Waiting, Start Living. I don't know if you have a copy of that close to be able to show
It's
the
actually,
camera. But we will put the information in the chat about this book. So stop waiting, start living. Tell us and everyone watching, why is this a good read? What is it about this book that's going to help someone right now in making decisions in their lives? Because if you're truly not 1,000% joyful, if you don't wake up every day and are excited to be alive and are happy to jump into your work, right? Then something's not right. Honestly, if you're not happy in your relationships and giddy about being with your significant other, if you are not waking up every day and, excited to be alive, and, your work just fuels your success, then I would like to ask the question, why are you living? Like, what is it every day, right? That's what this book is about. Talk to us about it.
Well, and you make a really key point because today's Monday, right? And so many people dread Mondays. They have the Monday blues, whatever it is. I'm excited. I am excited each and every day that I wake up because I get to create and I'm able to be out there and making a difference, right? That's what
Yeah.
I love to do. And so, what I love about the book is that it is much more of a journal, it's an inspirational workbook. So I collaborated with 6 amazing authors, and each one wrote a chapter. And after the chapter are a series of questions that, are designed to inspire you to live in the moment and to live your best life now. Because here's the honest to God truth, right? We go to motivational seminars. You're maybe listening in this morning and you get all fired up and you're like, okay, what am I going to do? And then the moment passes you and you're like, well, damn it, another day has come and gone, right?
Yeah.
Well, with the book, like it's going to help you like really take action because when you're writing it down, it's another version of sticking with you, right? Because
Yes.
you can think it, but if you're writing it and then you're taking action,
Yes.
it makes the difference. And
Yes.
that's what I love about the book. In fact, just quickly, one of my friends who read the book, it inspired her to start her baking business. She's all about multiple streams of income. She's got all kinds of things going on. And so here she is, like she just started another one. She's doing a baking business, but it was from reading the book that she said, enough is enough. Why am I
Yeah.
waiting? Let's start living.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And I was blessed to be able to have a chapter in Julie's book. And my chapter is about start before you're ready. How many of us wait, Julie, until we are perfectly aligned with what it is that we're going to be doing? And I always say, and I know you don't have children, but I always say, if I waited until the day that I was ready to be a mother, financially set to be a mother, mentally set to be a mother, I wouldn't have all the children I have today. I wouldn't have 12 little grandkids running around, right? I'd still be sitting here without trying at all to have created that family. And I love what Damara said here. And I want to say hi to some people joining us. Giordani, good morning. Nicole, amen, girlfriend. Every day is a new day, which I love that Nicole said that. Every day is a new day, right? If yesterday sucked, forget about it. It's yesterday. Wake up today with a new attitude, and we need to start living. We are blessed today, aren't we, Julie, to wake up? And Damara said the takeaway here is that natural gifts and personality will shine in our lives if we are leading with authenticity and having internal joy. She is so right. One of the reasons why I chose Julie Jones as my friend was because of her unlimited amount of adventure and energy and excitement. Now, people will say, Colleen, seriously, you have like the most energy I've ever seen. People call me the Energizer Bunny, all that kind of stuff. But Julie took it to a different level. She had a different energy than I had. She was like fearless and she would do all these fun things. Now, at the time when I became friends with Julie, I didn't feel like I was fun. Now I've decided, why am I not fun? Why don't I bring fun into my life? I strategically put Julie in my life. I want everyone to hear this because Julie's going to talk about this in a minute and who she strategically has put in her life. Because when you take big leaps like this, You need to surround yourself with people that will fuel your success, that will be there for you, that will give you ideas that you can learn from, that they can learn from. This is so important in our lives. So, Julie, take it from there and talk to me about, yes, this is my point right here. This is my point.
You know what? If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. And one of the messages, the big messages that has been coming to me this year is ease and grace. It's like, if it's not easy and it's not fun and it's too much like work, then why are you doing it? Like,
Yes.
really, it's so key for all of us to really take a look at what we're doing and to resonate with it, right? Because here's the honest to God truth. We only have a limited amount of time. And I talk about this all the time. And it's like, nobody goes to their deathbed and has the regrets of what they did do. They regret what they didn't do. And we're always waiting till tomorrow, 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 tomorrow. It's like, there's only so many tomorrows. There's only so many tomorrows. It's like, start being in the moment and start, being here today. And, like, I have really worked hard throughout my entire life. One of my gifts is I have the gift to really be able to listen and make people feel included. See, as a child, I was bullied. I think a lot of women were. Like, I share my story and a lot of people resonate with what I share. I was bullied in grade school. I was bullied in high school, mostly by women. But what I took away from that was that I would always look around. I had several friends, but I would see people who didn't, like, have one friend. So I would befriend them to make sure that they always felt included. So that's what I continue to do to this day. I surround myself with like attracts like. And even if we might be a little bit different, you're always included. You're always welcome, right? Because there's enough room for all of us to grow together.
Absolutely. And thanks for sharing that, Julie, because you've lived a very colorful life, from SWAT member to police officer to makeup artist, to owning your own business. You are a true student. Let's talk about the learning that you've gone through to get where you are today. Let's talk about that.
Oh my gosh. It's like every day is about learning, right? Because there's two things you can be doing. You're either growing or dying.
Yeah.
There is no stagnant.
We
There
have
is
to share that a little stronger. A plant, it's either growing or it's dying. It doesn't ever stay stagnant. It's the same as a human. And I'm so glad you said that.
So it's really every day, like, what are you doing to fuel and grow yourself, right?
Yep.
Because it's a journey. Like, there are so many times I put myself out there and I'm like, well, there's another way that didn't work out. What's next? Like, I keep asking myself, what's next? I just put myself out there. And, the name of my chapter was Face the Fear and Do It Anyway, because that's what it's about. And fear is in between here. It's like, it's kind of where you are when you're stagnant because you're afraid to move forward. It's like, just take action.
Helen just posted something, and thank you, Helen. She said, live in the now. Know the events in your life that seem dire are merely lessons. I've learned, seriously, let go, let God. That's on my vision board. Let go and let God lead. Because she says, know your life's purpose is being manifested. No rush. We are exactly where we are supposed to be right now. And where you are is not who you are. It is simply where you are. So I became a podcast host about 4 years ago. And I remember it was a live radio show and I didn't know anything. I had never been I didn't know anything. Julie, what does it feel like now to be a TV producer when you were approached with that opportunity and moving into this new area of your business that you've never done before?
Well, it's the same thing. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm having fun doing it, right? And that's really the honest to God truth. It's like, I'm learning and I'm asking questions and sometimes just sitting in the being, right? Like, thinking about it and saying, okay, but I'm not paralysis analysis where I'm like, okay, I'm too afraid to move and do anything. I'm just really excited about taking action. I'm really excited and envisioning visualizing what the end result is going to look like.
Yeah.
And again, I don't have all the answers. However, as soon as I have a lot more of the answers, I'm excited to share it with other people, to show other people as well how they can be, producing a television show as well.
Yes, yes, that's the beauty of it. We take people with us, right? So, Julie, before we end our program today, I would love for you to give some advice to those that are out there listening live, to those of those that will be listening to this later on. It could be a week, a day, months, a year. What advice can you give someone today that isn't feeling totally energized by their work, that doesn't feel happy and joyful, that has some struggles going on in their lives right now? What advice do you have for them?
I have this concept around like a 15-minute time increment, right? And so, like, I want you to really decide what it is that you really, really want to be doing and carve out 15 minutes of your day and just sit in either silence and ask, like, what are the messages coming to me? Visualize where you see yourself, maybe
Mhm.
jot down some notes. See, and if you do that first thing in the morning, we're most open, but more importantly, it's going to fuel you for the rest of the day. See, because I'm all about the get tos in life rather than the have tos. So, like, sometimes your job is like a means to an end. Just think about it. It's fueling what it is that you really truly want to be doing. Because someday you'll be able to walk away from it, be able to look back and say, thank you for that experience. Because now I'm here where I want to be.
Yes, yes. I am thankful for my 30 years in corporate America that molded me to be who I am today, the things that I took with me, the things that I decided to leave behind. Everything that we've all done walking our journey has molded us and prepared us for today. So, Julie Jones, Miss Adventures of Julie Jones, her information is in the description, y'all. Please follow her. Go to juliejones.biz. Check her out, get on her newsletter. You have to get on her newsletter. She sends out videos every week, and they're the best videos. She dresses up in more costumes. I've never seen anyone in my life walk down the street walking their dogs in a blow up dinosaur outfit. This one does. She will show up in all kinds of outfits, and she just has fun. She doesn't care what other people think. She just has a good time. But what do you think happens? She attracts those people to her that need that in their life. If you are somebody if you're really feeling like I work too much, I'm leaving my family behind, I'm not doing joyful things in my life, I would love it. This is a common one, Julie. I don't have time to have adventure. I don't have time to jump out of a plane. I don't have time to go do fun things, or I'm scared to jump out of a plane. If you're one of those people and you feel like you don't have time, or you're too scared to live a life of adventure, then you must reach out to Julie Jones, because that is what she does for very successful people who feel like, well, I'm busy and I have all these things going on in my life, but I've put myself, my needs, my adventure, my excitement, that balance of being able to be fulfilled aside. This is what she's an expert on, and she'll take
Absolutely.
you to
Let's
that
jump
next
out of
level.
an airplane together, right?
Yes. All right, everyone. Julie, thank you for being with us today. Tune in next Monday as we will interview another member who will share how she did it and how she took the leap. But bye for now, everyone. Have a wonderful week.
Bye. Thank you.